This is the house I grew up in. This is the living room. Here's the sunroom. Upstairs. Parents' bedroom. That's the backyard. Down there's the little pond I used to have to clean out every summer after it rained. We'd get bugs. Get a close look at that later. This is my room. View out my window. I was right down, so it's good if I was laying in here. My mother's making a barbecue. I'd know when dinner was ready. The closet. Not very big. I made a seat in there once. It was like my little secret room. That's why there's that tape on the shelves there. I had my little secret room that's sitting there. Flashlight. Even when you're a kid, right? These I put up from Scientific American, little cartoons they had. Of course, this room is a little bit different from when I was in it. This was my brother's side. But once he moved out, once his bed was gone, the computer desk would be right there. My bed was there. That's still my bed right there. At the bookshelf. Bookshelf wasn't here though. That toy chest was always in front of the radiator. This became my mother's and father's computer desk when I moved out. Here we got the linen closet. The mysterious door up to the attic. The we never used. Got the same light, and we had to do some work in the bathroom, but this is the only bathroom in the house. This is it. We had to take the tile in the wall down because it was all rotted from water. That's it. That's the bathroom. Tub is still the same. This was a pedestal sink when I lived here. And the light was changed, but the rest of it, it's all still the same. Old little cabinet there. Same old toilet. Dining room. This room hasn't changed much except that all the stuff is out of it, but the furniture's still here. My mother's needlepoint stuff. Chandelier. Lots of nice holiday meals in this room. In the kitchen. Kitchen was one room that my parents had redone after basically we'd left. Oh, I think I was still here when they had this done. We'll do that last. Oh wait, we gotta get the whole entire thing. My mother never wanted, the basement door always had to be closed or she'd be cold. So we just had to open the door with the old push button light. Now for the whole time we lived here, basically there was just this one light bulb on this side of the room and one light bulb over the washer and dryer. But other than that, that was the only light down here. This is my father's domain. This is where he lived and worked. He, all his tools and building his ship models right there on his radial arm saw. He used it as a table. We really didn't use this anymore once we moved in this house. But, and like I said, this one light here was the only other light. So you had to go through this light right here, wasn't here. So you had to basically walk through this dark. And there used to be more stuff all the way out to this pole. You'd have to come down here. We had the second refrigerator, so you had to come down here to get things. Mom would ask you to bring stuff up she needed to make dinner. And when you had to do the laundry, you had to come through. It was dark, and you had to get to that pull string right here. See? Pull string. So you had to get to this pull string, and then you had to turn it off, and then head for the stairs. Because now this whole back of the room is dark. So that was, we could use one of these tubes. Some stuff that we're packing up. But that's the basement. Now we'll head out back. This was fixed up, but most of the time we lived here, this was just whatever the old walls were. Now we're out back. This deck my father built used to be, when we moved in, it was just stairs going down from that door right out to the backyard. But now he built this deck first, this upper one. He'd be always in the backyard with his garden. His garden was right there. And then The other corner was the mulch pile. We'd always be back here fiddling with the plants and doing what it does. And then for a few parties we had that the upper deck wasn't big enough, built this. There we are, backyard. So I think before we had the two decks, sometimes the table would get moved down here, and people would sit down here and eat. I still remember one time our cat, we were over here eating, and our cat decided to catch and eat a bird while we were eating barbecue. This is that pond that I had to clean out, and that's the door to the basement. That was a wooden door with a window, but when my father passed away, my mom had the metal door put on so that she'd feel a little safer in the house. Up here, the garage, and the front of the house. See? That's it. So we'll go back in. Figure this might be one of the last times I get to do this. Little view of where I grew up. It's the house I've lived in the longest of any. There I am already. Not just leaving things open.